Ah, the girls of The View. Is there anything that the Walt Disney Company and Dana Walden and ABC and all the other folks over there can do to salvage this absolute dumpster fire of a show? It really only picks up the views that it does to watch these four women cackle and go crazy and just frankly lose their minds, especially over Donald Trump. And that was no different last week in their post-election rant. But maybe Disney has a different idea nowadays to try to get audiences back in so that it can be something more than just a punchline for everybody else out there on the internet. Well, yeah, let's talk about that.
Renegade Online.
Don't forget either, we left out when we were listing out how Disney has tried to moderate in the last week, and that might be what's jolting the stock. Remember that Disney also came out after Dana Walden failed to put her best friend in the White House and said, we need some conservatives on The View. Darn it, we just don't have any. We're going to have to find some of those rascally conservatives. And they said, we're going to have to find some moderates or centrists, darn it, and put them on the ABC News. Oh, can't stand that. We'll have to do it.
Well, I don't think they'll manage that with The View, and if they do, they'll just be there to be shouted down by those other screeching
Well, they'll be called the pinata.
That's Shad, you just hit the nail on the head. That's the problem. That's always been the case, and I can go back 30 years and cite examples that I've been paying attention to American politics. That's always been the case. These left-leaning media organizations all have the same MO. They follow the same patterns. They're like, oh, look, we're fair and balanced. We have a quote-unquote Republican or a quote-unquote conservative
We've got your
on the panel. But they wind up booking the most squish, rhino, Republican in name only is what that stands for.
Wait a minute. You thought little Miss McCain that she was not a heavy dosage Trumpster? Huh.
She didn't have a good week last week. But yeah, that's kind of the point is that they keep putting these folks on. The audiences, I'm sorry, they're out there. They're too smart for you. They're too smart for you, Disney. They're too smart for you, ABC. I mean, when Disney's headlines right now, in terms of their traditional linear broadcast stuff, forget Hulu and Disney Plus for a minute. What Disney is, unfortunately for them, most well known for right now when it comes to American television is The View, which is, people only watch this to watch the train wreck. And Jimmy Kimmel. That's it. That's Disney's claim to fame right now when it comes to linear broadcast. And then when it comes to Disney Plus, hey, they got The Acolyte.
And Disney, by the way, is not going to reach out to a real, strong, conservative woman. Like, they're not going to do what it would take to get Megyn Kelly on The View because, one, she would destroy those women, and two, they would have to offer her a gazillion dollars because she's bigger than ABC News now on YouTube. It's going to be hard to pull people out of the new media back into the legacy dinosaur media because nobody wants to go back to where they're becoming extinct.
I mean, I saw a clip about, showcasing these idiots on The View where one of the panelists, and I don't know if she was more conservative, right-leaning or whatever, but she actually mentioned trying to be realistic about why Kamala lost. And she says something that was actually correct. And then the person next to her, the lady next to her says, no, it's because of racism. It was racism. And she just keeps doubling down on it. You've seen the clip, right?
Yep, that's Sonny Holston. In fact, I have that clip. I had it lined up before I had to reset my computer. But you're absolutely right. That is one of the big issues. That was a clip from Sonny Holston. Let me see if I can find it real quick. But yeah, this is the problem is that the people on The View and the people on that side of the aisle are so lost when it comes to what happened because, and this is the crazy thing, Shad. And again, somebody, you're from Australia. You have seen some of the craziest, worst, most atrocious, in my opinion, government atrocities in the last several years.
I thought for one that it was okay when they forced masked all the wallabies. I thought that was totally called for.
free speech is a kind of a problem over there, it seems like.
It's a complicated subject that I've been researching on a bit.
Shad, I'll give you 2 words that explain why there's not more outrage about what's taken place in Australia over the last 4 years. Are you ready for the 2 words?
Go.
New Zealand.
Yeah, I got. We've all seen the clip. Yeah, I'm going there. We're gonna bring that up because that is holy hell. But when it comes to Sunny Hostin on X, she left X along with the rest of them. And Shad, this is the one I believe you were talking about. I don't know if this is the clip that you're referring to.
Valiant,
But yeah,
Looks like it.
Look, can we have a moment of silence for the Michael Jackson pinata she stole that shirt off of?
oh man, that's so bad. Yeah. But yeah, Sunny, who was, she cannot help herself. Like she does not want to listen to anybody else out there. And she's very representative, obviously, of especially the feminine mindset on the left coast, in California, in especially in Hollywood and Burbank, in this whole area, the New York, New England area here in the U.S. And this is a clip, although I don't think it's the clip, but just to kind of give you an idea of who we're talking about here.
That I'd like to reframe the conversation. I think Bernie Sanders is wrong. I think the more relevant question actually is what is wrong with America? I think what is wrong with our country that the Republican Party would choose as a candidate and support a candidate who is an insurrectionist, who is an election denier, who is someone who is twice impeached, a 34-time convicted felon, someone who has been accused of alleged sexual misconduct by 26 women, found liable for sexual abuse. What is wrong with this country that they would choose a message of divisiveness, of xenophobia, of racism, of misogyny?
Let's not fly down the rabbit hole.
Of inclusiveness, a message for the people, by the people, of the people. That is what the problem is. It's
He
the
won the popular
Republican
vote.
Party.
But can I
What's wrong with
say
America?
something before?
See, that was right before that clip where she was like, wait, but he won the popular vote, talking about Trump. And this is it. This is the disconnect, right? And this is the kind of thing with the Rachel Ziegler's of the world and with the Avengers some of the Avengers getting together before the election.
If you're the reason Ziegler joins The View, I blame this on you forever. How dare you put her name in the same sentence?
If Rachel Ziegler joins The View, yeah, look, let me tell you what, if Rachel Ziegler joins The View, I am taking all the credit for it because it will be YouTube videos endless.
We're going to merch the heck out of this.
That's right. Good Lord. No, but I mean, this is what we're talking about, Shad. I mean, this is like, it's this delusion.
It really is, like, so many of the things she said, it just flat out bullcrap that they're just continuing to spout. And also, if they're like, so many of the things that they said, Democrat candidates like Clinton and other people, right, are so much worse. Yet they will, ignore, everyone on their side and then vilify the opposing side to the most extreme level.
Yeah.
And you can't reason with them. They're completely brainwashed in this because everything she says, she believes 100%. And when people challenge that, they're not like open to discussion. They see that as a threat. That is like, how dare you? And then they, usually respond in kind.
Make sure you're subscribed to Valiant Renegade and join us every Sunday at 6 p.m. Eastern for the live show.